Oh, oh, my gosh. Whoo. All right. We are live on YouTube. Oh man, it is cold, cold today. This is the coldest I've felt so far on these walks this year. And the first time I'm wearing my Spider Touch gloves that I got a few years back when I first started dating Dawn. I found these on Costco.com for a really good deal. Still have some backups in the closet for both Dawn and I. But these are great freaking gloves. Keep your hands warm, and you can actually use a cell phone touchscreen or any other touchscreen for that sake while wearing them. So yeah, the outside temperature gauge read 50 degrees, but it kind of feels like it's dropped to 49 or 48. It is cold. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. I know there are people back east that would dream of having 48 to 50 degree weather this time of the year. I know it gets colder in other areas, in the mountains up here in California, or back east, in many areas, right? And yes, us Californians that, live in areas where it doesn't typically get too cold in the winter and it doesn't snow. Yes, we're a little spoiled with that. So I'm freezing my ass right now. Hey, Easy Prod, can you hear me okay? Tapping the microphone. Are we good, brother? Fantastic. Wonderful. Anyway, how's everyone doing today? I've been busy all day. Thank you, AZ Prod. Thank you so much. I've been busy today. Just to make sure, AZ Prod, I'm on the right stream, right? This is the public one. Not, I didn't click on the members only one, right? This is the public one that says Don and I are live members only tonight and more, right? I'm sure I hit the right one. I believe I did. But had a pretty busy day today, doing some maintenance right here on Coach Eli too. There's a lot more maintenance to be done. Don and I sat down. Her and I went to bed early last night. We watched a couple episodes of a show we've been binge watching on Max. I used to watch this show when it was on regular TV. Show is called How It Really Happened with host Hill Harper. He's a cool dude. And the show is fantastic. And if you don't have the Max streaming service, unpaid endorsement, find a way to get it bundled with some package or just pay the money for it. $15.99 per month for 1080p access without ads, and $19.99 per month for 4K. It's totally worth it. It's a great streaming service. I've been getting it free, the 1080p version for free, as part of some AT&T bundles. But yeah, it's a great streaming service. I love the streaming services along with having regular cable TV. There's always something good to watch. And especially now that, Dawn's been injured with her ankle, and we're not trying to push it, too much yet. This has been really great. But, yeah, I was working on some stuff on Coach Eli too. I got some of the videos back up publicly available. And just to update you folks on that, I have put, out of the 100 and, oh Jesus, I think I put like 200 videos on private the other day. I've put back about I think about 30 of them to public, and then I put some others to members only. So a lot of the Don content I had put to private is now members only. I'm going to keep all of my Walking with Purpose streams. I think it was from episode number 474 through 626. I believe this is 628. I'm going to leave those private forever. They'll never see the light of day again. Now, as part of the numbering sequence, that will not change. I will just, down the road. Hey, Cynthia, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Great to see you here. Just for, reference for the numbering sequence for the future, that's not going to change. We're still going to keep moving up. There will just be a big gap. And I'll just explain at some point if anyone ever asks, or if my content ever goes to a public archive or whatever, I'll put in the listing. Well, it is on YouTube, but I'm saying down the road when I retire or something, if it's ever needed to be referenced, why there's such a big gap, I'll just put content I wanted to remove that was not in alignment with what I wanted to put out. And was content that was drawing and promoting my content. It was drawing the wrong people to my content and promoting my content to the wrong people. I'm taking a different route here right now. Hello, Donna. Welcome. Great to see you here. I think this is the first time I've seen you on a live stream. It is really cold tonight, I'll tell you. I am glad I put my gloves on, because even with my gloves on, oh my God, I'm still cold. I'm triple layered up. It's a little bit windy. Oh man. I hope I warm up soon. Time difference is an issue, unfortunately. Yeah, you're in a different country. I believe you're 8 hours ahead, right? Right, Donna? You're in the UK, right? Welcome. You can always catch the replays. And you know what? When we get more and more audiences from the UK, I'll do. There will be times where I will do stuff earlier for other time zones. We will take care of our members. We promise you on that. We're just waiting for it to be feasible to do so, but we will bring you as much value as possible, Donna, and thank you for being a $4.99 channel member. Thank you to everyone else for being a $4.99 channel member. Now, once again, these streams that I do without Dawn until further notice are going to be members only live chats, meaning that they're going to be publicly available, as this one is publicly available for anyone to view, but only members can chat, or moderators that are not members can chat. Moderators get a freebie when it comes to members only live chats, but they don't get that same freebie when it comes to members only live streams. I'm sure sometime down the road YouTube will give channel owners the flexibility to give a certain amount of freebies. They'll probably limit the amount of freebies you can give. Say they give us, the ability to let 5 people on each channel get the members only package, get a members only package, anyone, for free. So if you use all 5 of them, you won't be able to give someone else free access until you delete one of the current people and put someone else on. I think that would be a great thing for them to do. And that may be something I suggest to Team YouTube on the Creator Insider channel that I've been following for years, and at Team YouTube on Twitter. And by sending feedback through the feedback forum, you can do that from your smartphone app, but it's easier when you're on a laptop or desktop. Thank you to the 18 people that are here. 3 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. And please share this out. Tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. I had to change the time. It was going to be 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, but I had to push the show back an hour because the maintenance I was doing on Coach Eli 2 earlier took a little longer than expected. Don and I are going to go live for 1 hour, and we're going to talk about how to best vet your dates. How to best vet your dates. And her and I are going to talk about our experiences of using what most people use nowadays to meet. I'd say over 90% of people are using dating apps. And if you still use a website, like when I was single and looking, I'd use a combination of the dating app, but I like to be on the laptop or desktop version of the site. Now, some dating apps are app-only access. I believe that's how Hinge was, because I was on Hinge as well. But like Match.com and Bumble and several others, you can access on the web and on your smartphone. But we're going to be sharing our experience of, what we did to filter out people. And I've, throughout the years, and even the past year or so, I've talked about this stuff, but a lot of that content now is probably not even publicly available anymore, or it's so spread apart that, we wanted to create a specific title for people to get the information in one shot. And at least when it comes to my ways of properly vetting or best vetting, your dating prospects, my methods have been heavily scrutinized by people on YouTube. I think part of that has to do, there's been a very biased audience of people that don't like me, and they've been trolling me for years. I'm just putting that out there because that's the truth. But I'm sure there are some other people outside of these people that have been trolling me for years that don't like my methods, both men and women. The truth of the matter is, whether you like my methods or not, my methods work. And my main goal here as a coach is to not tell people what to do, is to help people get what they want. And I try to help people get what they want with the least amount of resistance as possible, okay? I say the least amount of resistance as possible because I'm not going to say as quickly as possible, because that's not the way life works. Sometimes you gotta go through a bunch of bad seeds, and sometimes you can do everything right and it still doesn't work out. So it's not about helping people as quickly as possible, okay? It's helping people navigate this modern world personally and professionally with the least amount of resistance as possible. So if you're a guy and you're talking to a woman online that is giving you a shit ton of resistance, You know, you should pick up on that before even arranging to talk with her by phone or meeting up for a date. Why would you want to meet up with somebody in person when they're giving you a lot of resistance already through texting on a dating app? It's because a lot of you guys, you see a cute booty and some boobies, and you're like, man, she's talking to me. I would love to tap that, right? Well, yeah, that's how we all feel, right? And look, when I was younger, I thought that way too. I'm not going to lie. I ain't got to lie to kick it, right? But back then, when you're younger and don't know any better, you do try to lie to kick it, or you put up with stupid shit. You disrespect yourself over a piece of PUSSY. You're laughing at Prod because you've been through this, dude. And see, most other men don't have the balls to come out here on YouTube and share the truth. Yeah, other guys talk about this stuff, but they don't get into the nitty-gritty as much as I do. Right? AZ Prod loves my dating stuff, and that's what I'm going to start focusing a lot of my content on that coming soon, especially on the main channel as well. You are 100% correct, says AZ Prod. Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. I'm just keeping it real. Right? There are a lot of people at the park tonight. Like, either there's some fiestas going on here. It's all good. I'm starting to warm up a bit because I'm walking. It's probably below 50 degrees now here. The coldest walk I've had in about a year. Haven't put these gloves on in about a year. AZ Prod, it's been a while, man. I'm in the Bay Area and I got my touch gloves, my spider touch gloves on. Oh, man. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Let me check out the battery's charging. All right, we are back live. We're back live. Battery's charging. We're at 100%. I believe the sound is good and all is good. And even though it's cold, the air is fresh. It's a beautiful night, a little windy. That's making it feel colder, than it actually is with the wind chill factor. The wind chill is probably like 45 degrees. I'm glad I put my gloves on, I'll tell you that. My fingers would be like icicles right now. 24 in the box, thank you so much for being here. 4 thumbs up, please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. Also, please consider becoming at least a $4.99 channel member so you can watch the members only live stream tonight with Don and I live right here on Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. If you can't make it live, the replay will only be available for members only at the $4.99 package or greater. There will be no public replay available. Additionally, I did notice somebody I had banned on this channel that had a members only live chat membership upgraded to a $4.99 membership. I'm assuming that I was upgraded to have the ability to rebroadcast my members only live stream to your audience for free. I will make you aware, I will have my other channel manager out tonight looking for simulcasts. Any public simulcasts on YouTube of our members only live chat are not only subject to copyright, but if my channel manager does end up taking you down for copyright, I will also email YouTube back and make them aware that you're abusing the monetization system, rebroadcasting members only content. That is theft, and that is a violation of YouTube's terms of service that will get you removed immediately. So, thank you for your upgrade to the channel that's been blocked here. That was a members only live chat member. But I'm just forewarning you folks. You folks do what you want to do at your own risk. I'm making a public statement here. This is a public service announcement that if you do rebroadcast my members only content and we see it publicly available anywhere on YouTube, we will take it down and we will further report you to YouTube for content theft. And your channel will be terminated. There you have it. So, yeah, there are a lot of people. Redwood City Police just drove by. Great to see them here. As always, RCPD in the house. Much respect to Redwood City Police Department. They have been extremely... There's another RCPD right there. They're probably going somewhere. There's some activity they're heading to, maybe to a domestic call or something. Here's the house again. That's doing the 49er stuff. This is just so cool, man. I love this, man. I love this neighborhood. I'm going to do one more lap, folks, and then I'm going to grab some quick takeout for Dawn and I. We're going to have a quick bite and then prepare for tonight's members-only live stream. So, again, get your members-only membership tonight or right now or after this show ends. And join us tonight live at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. If not, catch the replay and make a comment afterwards. And I'll tell you, all of our members will have priority access or priority response time to comments. Did you get biscuits and gravy last night? Absolutely. Yeah, I got it at Denny's. I still use the Uber app. I should probably go. I think I can go to Denny's.com. I think next time, because Uber still they still upcharge you a little bit for pickup orders through the apps like DoorDash and Uber. So I've been starting to kind of do away with them and go directly through the apps or the websites of each company. I think I can order from Denny's in advance by going to their website or downloading their app. But I use the Uber app. I did a pickup order. There's no, delivery fee, and you don't even have to tip. There wasn't even an option to tip. I would have tipped there. Even when I do pickup orders, I tip about 10% normally because they're packing your food. They're not serving you, but they're still packing your food. So my advice, 10 to 15% tip on pickup orders, and depending on the size, like if you have like $100 order plus, give them a 15%. Oh, I just hit a wire there. Give them a 15% tip for a pickup order. And if it's like, $50 or less or so, give them 10%. And between 50 and 100, you figure out somewhere between 10 and 15%. I'm surprised there's no tip option. Well, that's up to the retailer or the merchant. So here's the thing. When you do pickup orders through DoorDash and Uber Eats, like as a customer, if you choose to go pick up the order, just ordered through the app, it's up to the merchant if they want to offer a tip option. I'm not sure if DoorDash and Uber charge them more money to have that tip option available, because I don't see why any retailer wouldn't want to have the option for people to tip their employees. That doesn't make any sense, right? But I'm assuming that that option on pickup orders is only available on the top package of Uber and DoorDash, which the top package takes 30% of each order. That's a lot of money, man. That's just a lot of money. Out of every $100, they get $30 for for running a digital app. And then they give $2 of that to the drivers, and then the rest is supposed to be made up by tip on the customer from the customer, man. That's like the biggest highway robbery BS I've ever seen. Hey, Jenny Sadler. Hi, Eli. Looks like a beautiful night in Northern California. Yeah, it is. Hey, Jen, I don't know if you heard, Don and I are going to be going live. It may be too late for you on the East Coast. I don't know. Maybe you and your husband want to watch this. I don't know. 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific tonight right here on Coach Eli 2. Members only, live with, on the couch, live with Don and Eli. We're going to be talking about how to best vet your dates. Now, I know most of us here have a significant other. Some of us don't. But I think even for people like you that are married or people that are in relationships, it's always interesting to hear stories or hear ideas of what's the best way to approach dating, when what works in the modern world and what doesn't, right? So that's coming up again tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. Again, right here on Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams, which I like to call the most positive place on the internet. We keep it positive, but we also keep it real. But as I vowed yesterday, well, before I get to that, Jenny Sadler says, oh, that is wonderful. I will be there. The boys are with their grandparents this weekend. It sounds fun. We can call it a throwback for us married folks. We look forward to having you there, Jenny. It wouldn't be the same without you and the rest of the crew, you know. We love all of you. Wonderful. And folks, this is why, you know, when you're running a business or a YouTube channel or you're running a special event, you got to promote it. Like, you got to do a pre-stream to promote the main event, right? Oh, yeah, you're welcome, Jenny. You're very welcome. Jenny, again, thanks again for being so supportive of the channel. And thank you also for being a $4.99 channel member. Same with you, AZ Prod. And you know, Jenny, I'm really beginning to see, I know we've probably lost a little bit of the audience here, but it wasn't the right audience. I'm beginning to really see more of the right people are coming out to the shows and content that Don and I create because they feel more comfortable. Jenny Sadler. Hi, AZ. Hope you are having a great night. Jenny, is your husband with you, or did your husband go with the kids? Like, are you like, well, no one knows where you live, but are you with your husband, or is it just you? Eli, you are so right. We can focus on the shows. For the show, yeah, you're right, Jenny. And here's the thing, Jenny. People that really value the content and want to benefit from it, for $5, it's not a big deal. That $5, I'm going to turn the $5 or the $60 a year you folks invest, right? Now, some of you donate super chats every now and then. We appreciate that. We don't expect it, but we appreciate that, right? But as far as the membership goes, at the entry-level $5 package, which is all people need, there will be more options soon, but all you need is the $4.99 package, $5, right? That's $60 a year. That's $60 a year you put here with Don and I. We'll turn that money into thousands of dollars in savings for you. So in essence, you're going to be stretching that $60 into thousands of savings, right? That's value or perceived value, right? And that's one thing I really want to help people also more so understand. Don has learned a lot about perceived value and actual value and the importance of perceived value. She has learned that. And, you know, I told Dawn, like, Dawn and I like to drink this beer called Voodoo Ranger Fruit Punch IPA, right? And sometimes we drink it slowly, and these are like 19.2 ounce cans, and so it takes a while for us to drink them, you know, if we have one on any given night. And the can gets warm. And Dawn made me aware, she knows there's this company called Yeti. Not the blue Yeti microphone I used to have that's owned by Logitech. There's a company that's Yeti. The Yeti is registered as a trademark on its own. They're insulated cups where you can put beer cans in them, and the beer can stays cold for like 10 plus hours. But they're like depending on the color you get, they're like $28 to $35, right? They're expensive, right? And Dawn knows I'm a little bit of a cheap ass. Not when I say I'm a cheap ass, I'm not purposefully a cheap ass. What I tell Dawn is like, look, you know I complain a lot about money, babe, but it's not. I'm not complaining about money. I don't care spending a good amount of money on something as long as I get value out of it, right? If you don't get your money's worth, right? If you don't get value off an item, you're going to be pissed off spending the money, right? So I'm like, look, this was 28 bucks for this mug, right? But it's working, right? It's working. And this thing's like a tank. It's indestructible. It is so solid, if you hit someone in the head with it, it can knock them out. Let me wait here a second. Somebody's coming. And so I'm like, hey, this was worth the $27. Because what was happening is Don and I were throwing away half our beers. And see, if you get the smaller cans, they cost more, right? So you figure out solutions that have value or perceived value, right? And that's what we provide here. Where did you buy it from? I missed that. We got it from Amazon, but you can also go to yeti.com. I think it's yeti.com. If you're looking for can insulators for sodas or beer, if you want to get one for your husband, that's a great place. Go to yeti.com, and you can find them on Amazon too. But if you want the full product line, go to Yeti, yeti.com, unpaid endorsement. Oh, okay, I will check it out. I just bought Stanley one off of Amazon. Are you talking like Stanley, like the tool company? They make good stuff too, but these Yetis are cream of the crop. Let's see. Eli, I have saved money listening to you over this last year. We are big coffee drinkers, and now we get it from Costco. We literally save half. Oh, you're telling me. Did you try the Kirkland Colombian Supremo? The same one I get in the silver bag, 3 pounds of whole beans? Or any coffee you get there is going to be cheaper, but the Colombian Supremo is one of the best values. I think it's like $17.99 in the store and like $21.99 online. Still a good value. It used to be $15 in the store and $17.99 online. It's gone up a little bit, but it's still a great value. Yes, that is the same one we get. Do you get it in the store or Costco.com? Did you get a Costco membership or did you get it in the store? What are your thoughts? Actually, nuclear heat graphics. I'll get to your question here in just a second. Thank you for being here and thank you for being a channel member. Appreciate it. Yeah, no. The Kirkland coffee brand is made by the actual same manufacturer. I believe Starbucks makes that coffee. And it's a special blend made for Kirkland, I believe, by Starbucks. Because Starbucks is in Seattle, Washington, I believe, not too far from Kirkland, and they got all these deals. Yes, a Costco membership in store. We go once a month. It's only 2 miles away. Yeah, so you get 3 pounds of whole beans, Jenny. 3 pounds of whole beans, right? And you could literally make, geez, what, 20 pots of coffee with that? At least, right? That's at least 60 big cups of coffee like you get at Starbucks, right? 60 cups at Starbucks, let's say $3 a cup, $180. So when you look at that, right? Or let's say even at $2 a cup, let's be cheap, right? $120. And you spend $20 on a bag of coffee, you're saving like 500-600%. It's more than half. It's a shit ton of savings. If you compare it to going to Starbucks. Now, if you compare it to going to like Safeway or a supermarket, then it's about half. You're right. But most people will get their coffee at Starbucks. And it's like, look, go to Costco and get the whole beans. And buy a system to make your coffee. Buy a system to grind your beans and brew your coffee. And you'll make up your money quickly and save a ton in the long run. I'm glad that you're getting value, Jenny. I'm glad you're saving money. I went to Costco for the first time before Christmas. It's about 50 miles away. Thanks, Jenny, says Donna. You can order online too, Donna. Costco does do shipping in most areas where they're at. So they have Costco wholesales in the UK too. Wow. Cool. Wonderful. Wow. Donna, that is a far to drive, but it is well worth the drive. Yeah, Costco's, if you can get stuff at Costco, you get it at Costco. Anything you get at Costco, you're going to get in bigger bulk, and you're going to save at least 50% off what you would pay anywhere else, in many cases more. Only a few here, Eli. That's true. You don't have as many here. Out here in California, we have a Costco on every corner. Well, every few cities has a Costco. But I mean, we have a lot of I live in San Diego County in the Bay Area, and we have 1 million people in population here. So, it's feasible to have them. But I get it. Totally get it. Nuclear Heat Graphics, what are your thoughts on those Target exclusive Stanley Cups that are now going for $100+ on eBay? Ridiculous that people stood outside for hours for it. Well, my thoughts are this. You're right, it's ridiculous. I would never pay money for something like that. But you want to know something, man? I think you're a guy, right? Are you? If you're a lady, I apologize. I'm assuming you're a guy. But there's always someone that's going to pay for something, right? There's always a market for everything, right? To some people that really want something and they don't want to do the work to get it, like these people, like you said, they stood in line probably overnight, probably in the cold, to get it. People that have money, they don't want to do anything. They just want stuff. They want stuff handed to them. So, unfortunately, man, the way the world works is that if people have money and they, want something and they can afford it, they'll pay anything for it. Even if I was a rich man, I would never pay for something like that. The value is overly inflated. I think it's highway robbery, but it's not against the law. I mean, people go to garage sales, and people's junk is other people's treasure, right? And if someone's willing to pay for it on eBay or wherever, I mean, shit, more power to them. I mean, and if it's a good value for me, then I'll buy it. Like for me, I have to get value out of something. If there's no perceived value or actual value, I'm not spending any money on it. Imagine standing in line for a cup. Right. We don't have Targets either, says Donna. Oh, wow, really? Okay. I'm actually warming up right now because I've been walking. But man, I'm so glad I wore my gloves. My girlfriend Dawn's been telling me to wear my gloves for the last few days, but it has not been as cold as it is tonight. I bet you by the time I get to my car, it's going to be like 48, 47, or 46 degrees. I love how these newer cars nowadays will tell you the outside temperature on the digital display. You know, AZ Prod, I don't know if you have one of those modern cars. Mine's a 2017. You know, it has a CarPlay and, you know, the touch screen, and tells you how many miles per gallon you get, current drive, the total drive, tells you the temperature on there. But when I was doing the DoorDash and Uber thing, there were some nights I was out there, it was cold as hell. And I'm just looking at that temperature gauge, and I'm like, I really don't want to be out right now, but I need the damn money. And you get your gloves on, right? As long as you're prepared, that's all that matters, you know, as long as you're prepared. Yeah, so Redwood City Police came over here. This is where they came. This is where they came. I'm going to come around this way because I don't want to intrude or interrupt. I mean, they all know me, but typically, I think they come when there's like an altercation, or whoever's running an event feels the need to call the police. Or sometimes they're just here. Just, you know, they don't have any other calls, and they're like, okay, let's go just sit in front of Red Morton Park Community Center. They're having an event. Let's just make sure everything's cool. Lots of cars here. Let's make sure people aren't drinking and driving. It's fantastic. And I smell. I think they're cooking food. There's some good food. Maybe they invited the cops to have some dinner on the house. You know, a lot of perks to being a cop, but also, you know, you put your life on the line every day. God bless them, right? God bless them all. And they're in their cruisers. They probably have the heater cranked. I wonder if their cruisers have heated seats. Now, that's the cool thing about the newer cars, AZ Prod. When you're door dashing, man, and it's cold, you also have the heated seats, right? Donna, people will pay because they see it as affirming their perceived status. That's how some people measure value and say, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right on that, Donna. You know, those, and I hate to say it, Donna, but it's the truth. You can share your thoughts. I think people that are very insecure, you know, have to spend money like that and buy things like that to make themselves feel important, right? And what they're doing is giving themselves a false sense of importance by doing that. And I'm not going to lie. You know how I know that, Donna? I'll tell you. I'll be honest with you folks, because everything I talked about, I've once experienced. I used to be like that. I think most people in their younger days, their preteens or teenage years, and maybe into their early to mid-20s, until you really mature and understand life better, right? And learn to love yourself more, right? You're going to have a lot more insecurities. I mean, we still all have insecurities as we get older, but they're far less than normal, right? Or at least they should be. But in my younger days, I made lots of purchases to make myself feel better. And I can come out and admit now at age 50, 35 years later, 30 to 35 years later, and say it was all an insecurity. I bought 2 Mustang convertibles in my 20s. One was stolen, so then I had to get another one. I got a brand new one. I had a used one that was 3 years old. It was in good shape, and it got stolen when I used to work for Costco in my younger days. And then I got a new one, right? But why did I buy a Mustang GT convertible, rack top of the line, leather seats, everything, right? Fully loaded, right? Why did I do it? Because I wanted to show off to the chicks. How pathetic is that, man? I mean, what a pathetic mofo I was, man. I ain't got a lie to kick it, right? I had the balls come out here and say, look, I've made these mistakes, right? I'm coming out here with confidence and saying, I get what you guys are going through, and I want to help you work through it quicker than I did. But those Mustang GT convertibles, I was like, okay, I could be a PUSSY magnet with a Mustang GT convertible. I'll be the biggest PUSSY magnet, chick magnet, right? And you want to know something? The car didn't mean shit. One day you realize that it's not about what you have, it's about who you are and how you show up, right? It's about who you are and how you show up within yourself, not with the car you show up in. Doesn't matter about what kind of car you have, right? But it matters how you show up. Now, what I will say, your attire matters. Wearing decent clothes, non-ripped clothes, clean clothes, pressed clothes, clean socks, clean shoes, right? That's what matters. So I hope that answers your question. What was that channel name again? Nuclear Heat Graphics. Oh, I have an experience for every question, man. I mean, there's probably not a question someone can ask me that I haven't experienced one way or another. You were right, Donna. You were absolutely right about that. It's great to actually have you here on the stream. Oh my God, even this stick here has the 49ers logo. This equipment, I don't know if this house owns it. I don't know if this dude's like an engineer or something and built all this on his own. But, like, it's interesting how you can wrap these lights around and you can still put the San Francisco 49ers logo on it. Look at that. That's the SF 49ers. If you look over here, look at that over there. You can see it. The SF is coming down, right? Even the tunnel is 49er red now, right? They can make this any colors. I mean, and I only see usually like 1 or 2 people each year putting this together. But this is a lot of work. It's a lot of work to do this. And they got some decent turnouts, but I mean, I don't know what the maybe they just do it for the community. Maybe they just love it, right? When people just love doing something, you know, maybe this couple's retired, or they've certainly done well, right? They probably lived here for 40 plus years. So the equity on these homes, this is probably like a $2 million home right here. They probably got it for like a couple $100,000 in the 80s, right? And since 1980, man, all these homes, even this home here, it's not the biggest home. Even this home's like $1 billion+ home. Like people would consider, like I'll show you this. People would consider like this is probably like a duplex or something. They would probably consider this like a shack, right? It's a tiny home, right? Million plus. That's probably 1.5 million right there. And I'm not saying it's not a bad part of town, but it's not the nicest area in Redwood City. That's in the hills. But that's how crazy the value's gone up here. Real estate here is premium times 10. There's no option to get ads here. You got to pay the full premium price on homes. you can't have the option for free like on YouTube with ads. Anyway, got 21 in the box, 5 thumbs up. Once again, folks, tonight, within a few hours at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific, live right here on Coach Eli, 2 authentic live streams on the couch, live with Don and Eli. We're going to be talking about how to best vet your dates. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to also answer any other questions that you have. We can talk about anything else. There's a lot for Don and I to talk about regarding this topic, but we're going to open it up to other questions too, and anything else our members want to talk about. Also, Don and I are considering creating a referral program to where, if people refer Don and I members to the channel, at least at the $4.99 level, there'll be a super perk. And we're working on that. We're working on a lot of stuff, and that's something that's probably going to have to go through my website. There's going to be a lot of stuff happening. My website does allow people to create accounts already, and some people have created a free account on my website, coacheli.melas.com, but I'm going to have more options there, and I'll probably have some additional perks through the website. And these perks would be actually like, we would send you like a free t-shirt of us once we start making merch, a free t-shirt or coffee mug or something, if you, refer us a certain amount of people. I think what we're going to do is we're going to make it 5 referrals. We'll get you like a free promotional item from us. And the reason why it would need to be 5 and not less is because we're going to go through Teespring and TeePublic to create our merch, which I'll be working on that this week also. You'll start seeing a merch tab below this channel, Coach Eli, 2 authentic live streams, and also Coach Eli, Elias, Melas. You'll see merch tabs there because both channels are monetized. And the reason is because the profit on a $25 item, it would be about a $25 item we'd be giving you for free. The profit on a $25 item is only $5, right? And, we would need to at least guarantee that the people referred are going to be around for 1 month. If they quit after 1 month, then we just made enough to cover, the perk, which is fine. Like, we're not even looking, we don't have to make money off of everything. It's a promotional opportunity. We're just trying to grow this community in a way that not only helps us, but helps you folks too. It's a win-win. Like, this is something that Don and I are going to talk about this probably on a future stream too. And I'll probably do this individually as well at some point. We got to start talking more about win-win scenarios for people nowadays, online and offline, especially on YouTube. Because I'll tell you this, on YouTube, I've seen the most selfish motherfuckers on the planet. I have never, ever encountered more selfish people anywhere in the world, past or present, online or offline, than on YouTube. I've never encountered more selfish people. Now, the YouTube platform is great. I love it. I'm not complaining about it. God bless you, Team YouTube. Keep up the great work. But people are people, and they abuse this platform in the most selfish and heinous ways. And I want to start to more so push win-win scenarios for everyone. Again, thank you to the 5 thumbs up, and thank you to the 21 people that are still here live. I'm going to get going, folks. We are at 55 minutes. It's probably right around 6 o'clock, shortly after 6 right now. Maybe even 6:15, which is 9:15 Eastern. I got to get rolling to run a few quick errands, get some food and stuff for Dawn and I, and then go home, eat quick with her, and then prepare for the show. Get your $4.99 membership if you'd like to join us tonight. It's going to be a great, intimate show. We don't expect a whole lot of people, but hey, you never know. The people that are there will have a great show. And if you can't make it, you'll see it on the replay. And people that join down the road will always be able to view members-only content on the replay. With that being said, thank you again, everyone, for being here. Have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other. See you in a bit.